Well, this morning in our Health Spotlight, we're joined by Denny Lindemann from Kraft Body Scan. And Dennis, for people watching at home, they don't know about what you guys do. So tell me about the services that you guys provide.
Well, what we offer is access to CT machines where somebody can come and get a scan and find out if they have a problem like an aneurysm or maybe a heart blockage or maybe a cancerous tumor that they don't know about for preventive reasons.
Well, let's talk about preventative scans and why that is so important.
Well, gosh, just about every person out there knows that getting your physical is super important. You know, people are trying to be as healthy as possible, but when it comes to things like cancer or heart attacks, a lot of times people don't know until they have symptoms. And when it comes to the outcome of that, you know, if you can find it early, the outcome's going to be so much better.
I have a buddy who was going through some cancer-related issues because he never got a scan and he regretted not getting a scan. You got to really encourage people, they need to get a scan.
Well, I mean, every person out there listening to this, if you're over 40, come and get a scan because for the most part, most people are okay. But it's almost every week that we find somebody that's this close to having a heart attack or maybe has something that they need to know about that saves their life. And so really it's just get in there and get it done because it's important for you and your family.
I mean, how often do you see that? Is that your track record where you got somebody who comes in for a scan and then realize that, man, I'm in big trouble?
Well, nobody wants to be pessimistic, right?
Yes.
You don't want to think about, you know, being sick or injured, but when it comes to patients coming to our office, most of the time we find something maybe like a blockage in the heart, or maybe we'll find a pulmonary nodule, something that's not necessarily life-threatening, but they need to know about because it can become life-threatening over time. But I feel like the heart scan is probably the most important scan we offer, and the reason why is because when it comes to a blockage, a lot of times there's no symptoms, and that calcium score and that CT scan of the heart is going to show that blockage before that person knows anything.
So is that why your couple's heart and lung scan, is that why it's so popular?
Well, it's heart disease is the #1 killer globally of men and women, and lung cancer is the #1 cancer killer globally as well. So I think most people, when they're looking at, you know, what should I be worried about, a heart attack or lung cancer are the top two.
Wow, both of the top two. So how can people schedule an appointment? Where can they get more information?
That's really easy. You can call the number or you can visit our website at craftbodyscan.com, and there's going to be a lot of information there on how to sign up, and or they can just call and somebody will be able to answer their questions.
I'm just curious, do you also get people, the loved ones of other people? Sometimes dads don't want to go to the doctor and they need to go to the doctor, and you want to encourage them. Another loved one may, you know, kind of intercede before them?
Well, sure. I think a lot of times people are scared that they might find something, and so ignorance is bliss. It's easy to ignore that stuff. But when you really think about it, it's not just you. You know, it's your wife, your husband,
yes,
it's your kids, and you want to be there. People work so hard through life to make it to retirement and say, okay, I'm ready to go do the things I want to do. But so many people out there don't make it because they die of a heart attack or cancer and they didn't know. So to me, it's just a simple thing to come in and do it and just make sure you're okay.
The telephone number is 704-459-1000 to learn a little bit more. And now in the month of July, $149 for the couple's heart and lung scan. Now that value is at $2,500. That is a heck of a value. Go ahead and get your heart and lung scan to make sure that you don't have something that can be bad.
Well, we just opened this clinic here in Charlotte, and it's important to kind of get the word out and that message that we're here. And so normally it is $24.95 to get a full body scan, or a little over $1,000 to get a heart and lung scan. But for two people, for $149, our mission is to be able to bring this technology to Charlotte and try to save lives so that people can tell other people about Kraft Body Scan.
Indeed. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for letting me have you on.